these days we see a lot of varieties of vegetable, fruits or flowers which were not existent till a few years ago. Fruits like nectar plum or a few varieties of roses or mangoes have recently emerged. So how did they come into existence? We'll see. This is a 4 o'clock flower. Until a few years back, the world had only these two varieties of 4 o'clock flowers. By the way, these two flowers are known as 4 o'clock flowers because they bloom in the evening around 4 o'clock. Now, today we have a third variety of 4 o'clock flower. And from the picture, you can easily understand that it is a combination of these two flowers. Scientists have also combined wheat and rye to form a third type of a grain which is known as triticale. So, vegetative propagation is a way where no new variations are formed, but the offspring generation is completely similar to the parent generation. That is, all the parental characteristics are retained in the successive generation. But in case of sexual reproduction, through cross-pollination, variations can be obtained. See, this flower is being cross-pollinated. This is the stigma of the flower. Now, anther of a different plant is being rubbed over the stigma. So, this cross-pollination will cause a new variation. So, the reproductive process by which two plants are combined to form a third category or a new variety is known as hybridization. Hybridization can be of two types. It can be within the species, as in between the same species, and that kind of an hybridization is known as intraspecific hybridization. Intra means within, and specific comes from the word species. Now, hybridization between two different species is known as interspecific hybridization. Inter means between, and specific comes from the word species. Now, cross-pollination is not successful all the time. It might be possible that the pollen grains do not fertilize the ovules. Well, in these cases, micropropagation is a short process of reproduction. A scientist took plant tissues from two different plants. He dissolved it in a solution which extracted the plant tissues. Next, he added cellulase to these solutions. Now the cellulase acts on the cell walls and breaks it. See, the cell wall breaks because of the action of cellulase. Now solution B is added to solution A and electric sparks are given. Now electric sparks cause the formation of pores on the cell membrane. This process is known as hybridization. Fusion of two different types of cells. Now the process of micropropagation was carried out. The solution was poured on this food material and caused the development of callus. The callus grew into small saplings which were transferred into soil. Now, within a few months, the scientist had a new variety of a plant that had both the parental characteristics. Now, if I asked you to prepare a hybrid, what would be easier for you? Would micropropagation be easier? Or would cross-pollination be easier? Suppose I asked you for a new variety of the 4 o'clock flower. So, which process would you use? Would you use micropropagation, which is a very lengthy and a costly process? Or would you use cross-pollination between these two flowers? Definitely, you would use cross-pollination to get this new variety of the 4 o'clock plant. This is so because in this case, just by rubbing the androecium of a flower on the mouth of the gynoecium, the pollen grains automatically fuse with the ovule, leading to the formation of a new plant.